What's next for your company? Where do you hope to be in 1, 3, 5 years?
We want to break through the ceiling. We look around and we don't see a lot of companies like ours doing more than we are, which to a lot of people would be concerning. You're in the wrong space, find something that's easier to scale. For us, it's just a challenge. I look at us as breaking through the ceiling and really starting to scale and being the authority in the home energy space.
Are you hoping to also scale past just Arizona and move into other states as well?
Yeah, we'd like to. So Arizona is a little unique in, we've got Phoenix metro area, and then we've got another decent sized city in Tucson. So I think moving to Tucson, it's an hour and a half away, and having that personal presence and just accessibility
Yep.
is important to us.
Yep.
But beyond that, Las Vegas has a very similar climate. Colorado's not too far away. There is a high demand for this stuff nationwide, and most companies just can't figure it out.
This episode is brought to you by Pierre Tax and Accounting, led by CPA Eric Pierre, a seasoned accounting and tax expert with years of experience helping individuals and businesses navigate complex financial landscapes. Whether you need personal tax planning, business tax strategy, bookkeeping, or financial planning support, Eric and his team are committed to helping you protect and grow your financial future with clarity and confidence. To get expert guidance you can trust, check out Pierre Tax and Accounting at pierreaccounting.com. This episode is brought to you by my friend Silas Lagoy over at ForgeMark Wealth. If you're a high-income business owner or professional and feel like you're getting crushed by taxes, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. ForgeMark Wealth specializes in advanced legal tax strategies and wealth planning designed to help you keep more of what you make, grow it efficiently, and actually build long-term freedom, not just income. If you're making serious money but don't have a real strategy behind it yet, I highly recommend connecting with Silas and his team. What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Big Hitters / Builders Bible. I'm going to put Sean in both of the podcasts because he's in the energy sector, but he also does a lot with the maintaining, building of buildings, lighting, things like that. Sean, owner of 4Energy, correct?
Yep.
I don't want to mess that up. All right, cool. Sean, I've never had really anybody in your niche kind of come on the show, so I'm excited to pick your brain. Tell us about your business and how we got to where we are today.
Yeah, awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Exciting to do this podcast. So I own a company called 4Energy. We have had a lot of different iterations of kind of how we go to market over the years, but we started as a solar company, residential solar. And I don't know if you've ever had anybody on the podcast in that arena, but it's called a solar coaster. There's highs and lows in the industry. My product back when we started went out of business and I had to get good at something else. So we looked around and we got really good at energy efficiency. So energy efficiency is we do energy audits residentially. We test homes. It spits out a report that tells us exactly what's happening, and then we fix it. And that could be something like removing insulation, sealing up the attic and blowing new insulation. It could be duct systems. It could be replacing windows. So we feel like we're best in business at looking at a house holistically and then making modifications to lower energy bills, increase comfort, increase indoor air quality, all those kinds of things.
I love that. Well, I would imagine in Arizona, that's big business because people need efficient homes. I mean, I've been there where it's beautiful and 60s, 70s, and I've been there where it's like scorching hot. So I'd imagine a homeowner in Arizona really cares about their house being energy efficient. So has that been a good place to set up shop?
Yeah, 100%. So Phoenix is a unique market. We've got 4 to 5 million people in the Phoenix and surrounding areas. So it's great for that reason. And then, we're one of the hottest places in the entire country. In the summer, it gets to 115, 120 degrees, and people's homes, people's attics get up to 170 degrees. So yeah, crazy. And we've got guys that work up there. I don't know how they do it, but they're great at what they do. But yeah, big important topic in Arizona is energy bills, comfort in their home. Great place to be.
What's up, everybody? This episode is sponsored by ExitWise. If you're a business owner thinking about selling your company, whether that's now or years down the road, you need to know what your business is actually worth and how to maximize that exit. That's exactly what ExitWise does. They help you prepare, position, and ultimately sell your business by assembling a world-class team of M&A experts around you, guiding you from valuation all the way through closing. If you want to know what your business is really worth and how to increase that number before you sell, go check out exitwise.com and get ahead of it. What are, give us a sense of kind of the size and scope of the business, if you don't mind. You don't have to tell us your like P&L or anything, but how much deal flow are you doing, or overall sales, number of employees?
Yeah, good question. So I'll back up a couple years. So when we were big in solar, we were doing north of 20 million in revenue. We had offices in a couple different states, and we're selling in 25 different states. Solar as an industry has been pretty rocky over the last 3 to 4 years. So we've actually shrunk as a company. So we've got between 30 and 40 employees at any given time, but we're really, really focused on energy efficiency. So we're back into scale mode. We're scaling something that we just don't see a lot of. Most companies are in the HVAC category, or they do windows. We, like I said before, we like to look at the home and offer what the home and family actually needs. So we've got a variety of products and back into growth mode.
So how do people find you? Do people in Arizona just need an efficiency contractor? Do other contractors call you? Do you contract with HVAC companies? Where does the business come from?
Yeah. So we market in a variety of ways. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest challenges we have in scaling our company is home energy audits and home energy checkups. It's not a desirable product. It's a service. A lot of people don't even know what it is. So we have a pretty big outbound team. So we still knock on doors. I know a lot of listeners might be annoyed by that, but it's a fantastic way to capture people that, this is on their mind. They just haven't been proactive. We've got a call center that works through our database and handles inbound, outbound leads. We do SEO, PPC. We even try to secure leads in product categories. So for instance, when somebody thinks they need insulation, that might be true, but they don't actually know. They're not getting up in their attic and checking. So, we'll field phone calls of people looking for insulation, and we'll talk to them about doing the full energy audit, the full checkup. And that's a really good driver for us. Word of mouth is huge. There is a little seasonality when people open up a $700-800 summer bill. They're way more likely to call us than when their windows are open and their bill's $100. So variety of ways we capture new customers.
Okay, so what are some sneaky ways that energy might be leaking from homes? What do you guys normally find in your audits?
Yep. So construction is a really interesting thing. It's almost decade by decade. There's new standards and different techniques. So, Arizona's relatively a newer state compared to, the East Coast, the Midwest, even part of the West Coast. So most construction really started here in the 1940s and 50s, and every decade has its own kind of set of challenges. But most of the time we find under insulated homes. We find very leaky homes, and then duct systems not properly put together or designed. So we call it the big three: attic seal, duct seal, and insulation. Majority of homes from 1940 to 2010-ish have something wrong in one of those categories at least.
Yeah. We need you guys out here in Colorado, so let me know when you expand, because I've been wondering that with my house as well. Go ahead.
Older homes out there too. So, and the other thing is different climate zones have different requirements. Like you might need more insulation. You might need triple pane windows. It varies nationwide.
This episode is brought to you by 10X Nerds. If you're a business owner doing real revenue, there's a good chance you're overpaying in areas you haven't even looked at. Things like credit card processing, insurance, telecom, and more. 10X Nerds comes in, audits your expenses across 30 plus categories, and finds immediate savings. And here's the kicker: they only get paid if they save you money. It's a complete no-brainer. If you want to keep more of what you make, go check them out at 10xnerds.com. This episode is brought to you by Rakowski Law Firm. If you're a business owner or have built a level of wealth, but you don't have your estate plan dialed in, you're exposed. Rakowski Law Firm helps families and business owners protect their assets, avoid probate, and make sure everything transfers exactly how it should. This isn't just paperwork, it's a real strategy to protect your legacy. If you haven't looked at your plan in a while or don't have one, go to rakowskilawfirm.com. What are some things that are going really well for your business right now? What are some challenges you guys are facing?
Yeah, it's an interesting time in 2026. I think this is one of the most interesting times we'll ever go through. So, some things that are going well. We've just got a really sound process. Our production team is amazing. The quality of work's amazing. We're not really struggling for labor right now, which we have in the past. So a lot of things are going great. The things that are challenging are more on the front end. I would say marketing. I'm seeing a higher saturation of home service based businesses, which if you read the news and or watch the news and read the paper, you see a lot of people flooding to home services because it's robots and AI aren't really coming for our jobs just yet.
Yeah.
So it's got longer runway than I think most industries. So you see a lot of competition. You see, the transition with Chat GPT and some of the ways of securing leads. Younger people especially aren't going to Google anymore. They're
Mhm.
going to Gemini or Chat GPT or one of these AI engines. And I don't think anybody's fully figured out how to rank high, how to be suggested. There are definitely some ways, but we're all kind of figuring that out. So the predictability of leads is not where it once was.
Yeah. What has been the most successful channel for you guys? Has it been paid ads, Google, Facebook?
It's going to be a unique answer for you. It's face to face. So
Okay.
canvassing, we do 200 to 300 shows and events throughout Arizona every single year. This is specific to us. Different companies would have different answers here, but when we're able to tell our story and deliver that value verbally,
Hmm.
you'd be a fool not to sign up and get your house checked out. It's a little
Yeah.
harder to convey the message online.
Yeah. I gotcha. I love that. Let's talk about AI for a second. You kind of touched on it earlier. How are you guys leveraging it, and where do you feel like your company in specific could be maybe using it more?
Oh man, every day the answer might be different on this question, but what I would say is, we've implemented a lot of internal AI technology. So, for instance, when our call center takes calls, those calls are being recorded, and we're working towards a platform that's going to actually score the call. Did
Yeah.
you follow the framework? Did you do your best to set the appointment converted? Did you answer their questions? All those kinds of things. Second is even our sales process. We've already got a piece of tech that listens in on the sales presentation and gives our salespeople live feedback on here's what you did great, here's what you could have done better. You talked 80% of the time, they talked 20% of the time. That's a big indicator, and you're not doing a great job. You got to ask better questions. So all of those areas have been super helpful for us. I would say in the future, we are really trying to position ourselves to capture leads on these lead engines. So, Chat GPT, I'll just use that because it's the most common. They look for trust signals. Like these AI engines aren't just ranking companies according to how much you pay, like Google's done. They're looking for who's the most reliable. So who's got the best reviews, who's the most relevant, are they still in business, are they active,
Yep.
uh, who's publishing great content, who do I trust as the AI engine? And if they trust you as a company because you've put those trust signals throughout, the internet, you're going to have a better shot of showing up when somebody's looking for your product category. So we're
Do
very
you,
conscious of that.
Sean, do you have an agency or someone guiding you through this, or is this something you're just trying to figure out internally?
We've self-studied a ton. There's a guy by the name of Marcus Sheridan that wrote a book, They Ask You Answer, and it's not completely based on AI, but what it is putting those trust signals and developing a really strong presence on the internet to be recommended. So we've been doing those kind of things. He's also got some other really interesting philosophy that kind of goes against everything we've been taught in business. Like, don't give a price over the phone. Don't do these. He's so different that he suggests publish your pricing online.
Yeah.
Buyers are more savvy than they've ever been. Most things you can find a price online. If you can't for certain things, you might just move on to the next company.
Yeah.
So we're kind of using that framework.
Yeah. What's next for your company? Where do you hope to be in 1, 3, 5 years?
Yeah, we want to break through the ceiling. We look around and we don't see a lot of companies like ours doing more than we are, which to a lot of people would be concerning. You're in the wrong space, find something that's easier to scale. For us, it's just a challenge. I look at us as breaking through the ceiling and really starting to scale and being the authority in the home energy space.
I love that. Are you hoping to also scale past just Arizona and move into other states as well?
Yeah, we'd like to. So Arizona is a little unique in, we've got Phoenix metro area, and then we've got another decent sized city in Tucson. So I think moving to Tucson, it's an hour and a half away, and having that personal presence and just accessibility is important to us.
Yep.
But beyond that, I mean, Las Vegas has a very similar climate. Colorado's not too far away. There is a high demand for this stuff nationwide, and most companies just can't figure it out.
I love that. Is there anything we haven't talked about today that gets you fired up? Business principles, hot takes, anything that you've been pondering lately?
Man, it's all about AI right now, and just positioning yourself and what's coming. I think we're in for the most interesting times in human history, and we're all in it together. I mean, people will lose jobs. There will be new jobs. There will be robot taxis, you name it. It's a changing landscape. And I think just staying kind of abreast what's happening there is the most important piece. I think businesses will fail and businesses will thrive in what's coming.
Yeah, I love that. Anything else that you'd like to talk about that we haven't discussed today? We talked about a lot.
We have, yeah. I don't know. I've always got a lot to share, but I think we covered kind of the big business key topics.
I love that. Well, hey man, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Don't go anywhere because I want to keep talking, but thank you so much for coming on. Oh wait, where can people go if they want to learn more about what you do?
Yeah, a couple ways. So if you want to reach me directly, you can email me, Sean, SEAN @FORenergy.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, any of those sites available.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I want to keep talking, so don't go anywhere, but thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.